Hello and welcome to State of the Schools. This State of the Schools is a little different. We're going to do interview style. So with me today, Dr. Trey Duke.
How are you today?
I'm good. So let's talk about the beginning of the school. It's fall now, going into the winter season, but how does school begin?
You know, it's really amazing to believe that we are already coming up into the fall and that we are wrapping up our first quarter. That's behind us, and we are going very boldly into the second quarter and going into what will soon be winter break. And we've had just a tremendously successful first quarter. Our students are learning, our teachers are engaged, we're offering really strong professional development. And we're really excited because later on this semester, we know that the state will be releasing the state accountability scores. Those have been in flux a little bit as the state's making some changes, but we are very excited about what we're going to see. We are very excited about the successes we're going to be able to share with our families, because at the end of the day, what it shows is that the work we're doing matters and the work we're doing is having real impact for students.
So not all directors of schools may be as excited as you are. So there must be some positive numbers coming. Let's talk about those level 5 schools.
That's right. We can release right now that we have 6 level 5 schools, which really goes to the growth and the academic growth our students are seeing year over year. So there's a lot of different things we look at, whether it's our achievement data or our growth data. Growth has been released. We are thrilled to say we have 6 level 5 schools and many more good news reports to come.
Yeah, we can't wait to release that. So let's talk about some other things going on. So as we enter in the school year, a lot of things that were centered around school safety. So let's talk school safety.
School safety is always an important part of what we do. It's really critical to our success, and there's a couple things we're really excited about. First of all, we have a brand new full-time school safety officer that we've hired who is just doing a tremendous job in making sure that we are not only safe every day, but we're also being very proactive in our thinking. So as we look at our school's emergency operation plans, as we look at where may be areas we can improve, we feel very blessed to have someone that's focused on that full-time 100% of the day. We also know that we have a great partnership with MPD to continue to make sure we have SROs in all of our schools every day, which again is just a great blessing for us to have, and we're so thankful to Murfreesboro Police Department. And finally, if you've watched the news, you've probably seen that the governor allocated quite a bit of money to school safety. And we are really pleased to say we have received our portion of that money, and we are really looking forward to continuing to strengthen our processes and our procedures to make sure that every child and every staff member is safe every day.
And we're really doubly blessed in the fact that our new safety and security coordinator has that law enforcement background.
Absolutely. Came to us from Murfreesboro Police Department, was already well familiar with our school system. It's been a great transition, and we're just super thrilled to have them.
Absolutely. So other things that's happening right now, we are seeing the benefits of many grants.
We are so grateful for all the community organizations that have poured back into our school system. Specifically, recently, we just received a donation of 150 new Chromebooks from the Murfreesboro Technology Council. Those Chromebooks are really going to help us as we help meet the needs of our students. And of course, we can't say thank you enough to our City Schools Foundation, which is a group of local community and business leaders who come together with the sole purpose of making sure that we in our school system have everything we need. Through their fundraising efforts, they've raised quite a bit of money, and I'm thrilled to say that this year, through their grant process, they'll be giving out more than $100,000 in grants to the teachers of Murfreesboro City Schools so they can really do some innovative and interesting things in their classroom. So the money they raise is going to directly benefit our classrooms, which at the end of the day is going to directly benefit our students.
And one other grant you may have forgotten. I don't think so. It's outdoors.
Oh, that's right. Our coordinated school health grant through Project Diabetes. We're really thrilled. If you haven't been by Cason Lane or Irma Siegel, go by and see these great new tennis courts that have been redone to now include basketball and pickleball. A great use, not just for our schools, but for the community at large. And we're thrilled. We have 3 more locations that we'll be adding on in the next few years.
That's right. So Irma Siegel and Cason Lane are now open.
That's right.
They're on every weekend, just filled with community. Discovery School, Reeves Rogers, and Mitchell Nielsen. Is that correct?
That's right. All of those will be coming on board in the next few years.
So those are all the ones that had the hard courts already. The fencing was already up, so we're just redoing. That's the reason it's those 5 schools.
That's exactly right. And again, we're so thankful to Project Diabetes for helping to fund this project to make sure that these tennis courts become really usable spaces for our students and for the community at large.
So I'm going to turn the wheel, so to speak, a little bit. Let's talk transportation because it is on the news right now.
Transportation is on the news, and it's really hard to even kind of watch the news to not hear about some school system that's struggling with transportation, whether it's the national school bus driver shortage or the increase in demand for school transportation, both of which we are experiencing here in Murfreesboro City Schools. We've worked to be very proactive in addressing this issue. Last year, if you remember, we did change actually some school bell times. We looked at parent responsibility zones and tried to take some active steps to help curb what we knew was an incoming issue. We will continue to do that, and we're continuing to plan every day. So I just want to thank parents for their patience with us as we sometimes have to make these last-minute changes. Please know that our goal is to provide safe and reliable transportation every day, and we work really hard to do that. But sometimes, especially as we get into cold and flu season in the winter, we may be short a driver or two and have to make some last-minute changes. What we're going to commit to is to make sure that you as parents know early when those changes are going to happen and do everything we can to help make sure you can make the best decision for your family. So to the greatest extent possible, no one is taken off guard.
To the greatest extent possible.
That's
yes.
right. And sometimes that's easier said than done.
Absolutely. And we always want to say we're hiring.
That's right. We are hiring. So not just are we hiring, we have a great signing bonus. And not only do we have a great signing bonus, but if you're not trained and you're interested in becoming a bus driver, we train. So we will train you, help you get the license you need, give you a signing bonus for joining us, and then make sure you have a great experience working for us here in Murfreesboro City Schools.
Okay, let's talk instruction. Third grade law was implemented last year. That's the third grade promotion law. So how did we do?
You know, we are so proud of how we did. We know and we are proud to say that we were able to promote over 99% of last year's third graders to fourth grade through some sort of promotion pathway or through just how they did in their assessment at the end of the year. So we're thrilled to say that something we thought at the beginning of the year may be a challenge. Really, we worked really hard. We worked with families, and over 99% of our students were promoted.
I think our instruction team would say it was a challenge.
That's right.
Our teachers would say it's a challenge. Our parents and probably our third graders would too, but they rose to that challenge. But some of those third graders are going into fourth grade. So let's talk about those.
Yeah, and so
wait, let me go back and say all of those third graders are going into fourth grade, but let's talk about the ones who had to have tutoring.
That's right. So I'm glad you brought that up because there's really two groups of students we're really focused on this year. First and foremost is our new third grade families, students that were in second grade last year. Of course, this law repeats again this year. So we want to, again, continue to focus that we have done lots of communication and made sure our parents are fully aware. The second group are those students, as you said, that were promoted on a pathway that involved tutoring, whether that was summer school and tutoring or just the tutoring piece. We know the law also specifies that there are certain benchmarks they need to make so they can make sure they can be promoted to fifth grade. So our goal right now is just strong communication. For our new third grade families, we are making sure that we are keeping you abreast of what's going on all throughout the year. We've already held one Zoom meeting for parents to be able to join in and hear more about it. If you missed that, don't worry. We have several more that we'll do throughout the year. But also, every family can go to our school web pages. There's a whole page dedicated just to third grade. It includes a sample assessment so you can see how they're going to be tested. It includes tips and tricks that parents can do at home to help prepare their child. And there's a video that also is on there that kind of explains the law in more detail. Again, our goal is to make sure parents are informed. And of course, we're also communicating with those fourth grade families whose children may be impacted this year based on that promotion pathway. So again, we've held Zoom meetings, but we are taking that communication a little different. Instead of doing mass communication to all fourth graders, what we're really doing is targeting the families that this law impacts. So you will hear from us directly if your child is one of the students who may be impacted by the fourth grade component of this law.
And really, when you want to talk about your child's promotion pathway, your teacher is your major first resource.
Always. The teacher is always the first person to go to. They're going to be able to give you the most up-to-date information on how your child is doing, on the progress your child is making, and to make sure that they can give you the best information every day about the success of your child. And of course, we're really excited. Like I said, last year, 99% of our students were promoted in third grade, and we're hopeful for just as many this year.
And you said our key word every day. So let's talk everyday matters.
That's right. Every day does matter. And parents often ask me, what can I do to help make sure my child is prepared? Well, parents, let me give you the best piece of advice I can. The best thing you can do for your child is to prioritize attendance and to make sure they're at school every day. When a child misses a day of school, they're not just missing some instruction, they're missing that opportunity to learn information the first time. And they really come in the next day, sometimes at a little bit of a deficit, having missed some of that great core instruction. We do move fast, so parents, please make sure your children are here every day. Now, of course, if they're sick, we want them to stay home because we don't want everyone to get sick. But again, I think it's just important for our families to know every day matters, attendance matters. You know, we talked earlier about some of the successes we had seen with our test scores. One of the things we're very excited about is the decrease in the percentage of chronically absent students. So we know our messaging is working, and we know our parents are also partnering with us to help make sure that every child is here every day.
Regardless of whether they're in pre-K or sixth grade.
That's right.
They need to be here.
That's right. In fact, one of the things we know is you want to build those habits early. So pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade, those are some of the most important times to help prioritize attendance for your students.
Okay, I'm sorry to do this to you. I'm going to throw you for a different way. This is not the time people really start thinking about new schools or the new school year, but because we do have Discovery School, they are an academic magnet school, their application process is opening. So let's talk about that so we don't overlook it. It opens December 1st, right?
You are correct. In December, we are thrilled to be able to begin accepting applications for the Discovery School, which is our academic magnet school. And man, what a great school it is. Just like all of our schools here in Murfreesboro City, they're great learning environments, but we are so proud of the work being done at Discovery, specifically as we work to meet the needs of high-achieving students. Now, we work to meet the needs of high-achieving students in every school, but Discovery offers that in a very unique way. So we encourage families to make sure they're paying attention to those deadlines, get those applications in, and see if Discovery is the right fit for you and your family.
And if they want more information, they can certainly go to Discovery's website.
That's right. They can reach out to the school, go to the website. We'll be hosting several days where you can actually go by and tour the school, visit the school, see what it's all about in person. Especially for our incoming kindergarten families, we know that this is a big choice to make, and we want to make sure you're fully prepared to make that right decision for your family. Okay,
so just to clarify, applications are open December the 1st through January 19th. The applications really, most people think about it being for kindergarten, but we do have spots available in first through sixth grade as well.
Absolutely. Every year we have families that transition, whether it's a job that takes them out of town, or even in our upper grades, we actually add a few spots in those fourth, fifth, and sixth grade classrooms. So we're looking for all grade levels who want to join the Discovery family.
Okay, so we've talked about third grade promotion, we've talked about grants, we've talked about everyday matters, transportation, Discovery School. What are we leaving out?
You know, I think we've really hit it all. And let me just say, I hope this gives our community an idea of all the great things we have happening in our school system. We are incredibly proud of the work that we're doing and incredibly proud of the teachers and the support staff and the administrators who work every day to make sure that your child has the best schooling experience. So on behalf of Murfreesboro City Schools, let me say thank you for your support. Thank you for your commitment. We know we're building a stronger, better city because of the schools and because of what's happening in our classrooms. Again, our goal is every day to make sure that your child is known, safe, challenged, and empowered.